Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is Mitchell, and today Justin and I will be discussing about Hollywood love. We do these Instagram lives every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time. And if you guys find this video content of value, you guys can show your appreciation by donating any amount that you feel is equal to the value of this video. Our details will be in the description and on the screen. And of course, if you guys have any questions or concerns, please feel free to send me or Justin a direct message and we will respond to you as soon as possible. But without further ado, I am going to add Justin on the line. So if you guys could just hang on for a second, I would really appreciate it. What's up, Justin? I see you on. How you doing? What's good, JR? Okay. I'm gonna go. Okay, I just got you on. What's up, Simon? How you doing? Okay. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Okay. So it says it's connecting right now. So let's see what's going on. How's everybody doing today? Hello, hello. How you doing? I don't know why it's not going on. Justin, I'll leave and come back. Okay, for sure, for sure. Let me cancel that. Oh, or actually, let me send you here. Oh, there you go. That's a request. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. What's good, Justin? How you doing?
What's up, man? I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So, I gave the introduction already. Our topic
Cool.
today would be Hollywood love. And
I'm setting this up, getting this to look halfway decent.
yeah.
As you know, as we always say, it changes the
Yeah.
ratio.
La Sar. Hello, hello. All right, nice. We got a few people in here. So I
Cool.
already gave the introduction already. Our topic today is Hollywood love. Uh, Justin, you and I, we've been talking about this for a while. But you brought it to my attention too, and you were like, hey, we talked about this a lot, and we should talk about it some more, and how Hollywood has such an influence on the definition of love, where it's not reality. It is not reality.
Nah, nowhere near. Nowhere
Hmm.
near. And
Hmm.
to be fair, I don't think Hollywood is saying this is how love should be. But
Hmm.
as we know by recent events, people are easily influenced by things. So,
I like how you worded it. Yeah. Uh-huh.
it's like
Hmm.
if you see a certain image perpetuated or a certain situation perpetuated over time,
Hmm. Hmm.
it will definitely,
Hmm.
um, warp what you think like love and relationships and all
Hmm.
that stuff should be.
Hmm.
And we got to realize like Hollywood's job isn't to tell us moral stories; it's for entertainment.
Yes.
So
Yes. Yeah.
yeah,
At the end of the day, everybody has to be entertained. It doesn't. If it's not captivating enough, it's not gonna sell. It's not gonna make them money.
yeah. I mean, they trying to get paid. You know what I'm saying? They just
No,
trying to get money.
and I totally
So
understand that. I totally
yeah,
understand that for sure.
yeah.
For sure. Hmm.
Needless to say, I'm not a fan of a lot of these romantic comedy movies or romantic movies and
Yeah.
stuff.
Hmm. Hmm.
One of the let's start off though.
Hmm.
To get this out the way. So this idea is, I heard you say, it was something we talk about a lot.
Hmm.
Kind of mentioned just like, oh, movies will tell you this, movies tell you that. We never did a topic, but there's a YouTube channel called Charisma on Command that
That's gonna be our first topic, by the way.
was really
Charisma on
like.
Command is gonna be right over there. Check that
mm,
video
it's
out.
It's a
Yeah.
great channel.
Very good. Very
It's a
good.
channel like I
Hmm.
subscribe to. I watch a lot of their videos. I think it's just great for
Hmm.
everybody to, if you want to work on skills, talking to people,
Hmm.
debating,
Hmm.
what
Hmm.
relation, just a whole bunch of stuff. Great, awesome channel. Uh,
Hmm.
and a while ago, they put a video about this exact topic. It was like 8 points where like Hollywood lies to you about relationships. So,
The first one will
which
be right over here, by the way,
yeah.
guys. If anyone wants to just read it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which we're gonna jump into in a moment. But I will say, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of romantic comedy movies. I think they all BS. Not all of them, but it's not for me. It's not for me. I'm not gonna shame people if they love it. It's not for me. The most egregious is the movie The Notebook. Horrible movie, but simultaneously the greatest comedy ever written. I will elaborate on that
Later.
later on. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I could see where you're coming from with that, Justin. And it's because, like you said earlier, we get easily brainwashed, and we're here to explain, you know, the 8 points that Charisma on Command that he has on his channel, and then we're gonna start explaining why Hollywood, it kind of changes the perspective of love for us. Not to say that there's anything wrong with The Notebook. I personally like that movie a lot. I do, but but I do have to say that
There's a lot about you. No, I'm joking. Go ahead. Go ahead.
but it has it tainted some of my views on some of my perspectives on what love is. It did, and it took me a while to really understand it. But I was like, wait, that's not what love is. And then they're like, well, everything you have done before that never worked. So why didn't you try something new? And that's when, I tapped in to this, just trying to understand the psychology on why like this works and this doesn't work, and how to reattract that person that that you love. What's up, Trouble? How you doing?
What's up? What's up? I was, but you know what? I will admit this though. As much as I say I don't like romantic comedies, that's not for me. One of my favorite movies is a romantic comedy. I love that movie, A Knight's Tale. I think it's hilarious. It's my guilty pleasure movie. I can quote a lot of it.
Yeah.
And honestly, at the end, it is a romantic comedy movie. It really is. So, but I find it more funny. It's funny than anything. Yeah, The Notebook is horrible. It's a horrible movie.
It's a good movie for feels. If you want to feel a certain way and you want to tap into that emotion,
like you want to throw up. Is that the feeling?
No. I like that movie. Don't get me wrong. I like that movie. But I'm taking love like a grain of salt.
I will, as we go on, I will explain, because actually that's a great movie because it highlights a lot of the problems that I have with these movies. Yeah. Starting with number one. Let's move on.
Let's start with number one. Let's start with number one, guys. So our topic today is Hollywood love. We have 8 points. These are not our ideas. It is Charisma on Command. Check out the channel. But the first part is movies teaches us to substitute emotional intensity for emotional quality. Justin, go ahead.
Yeah, so basically what movies do is they make you desire some toxic BS. Like it's toxic, they instead of going for like, toxic. Oh wow, this is a good person. This person loves me for who I am, someone I can see with. I've heard these are phrases I've heard in my past and stuff. It's like there's no intensity. There's no, you need to show me that you care, but the problem with that is that a lot of times it's interpreted as like you're not going crazy and getting flaming upset when something doesn't go your way or something, or you're not reacting how I would like for you to react.
And then in definition, you don't love me.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't love me because there's no drama involved. It's like
And it's crazy because a lot of people will say, like they don't want drama, they want a drama-free life. But I think if you're not aware of it, you know what I'm saying? If you're not aware of it, you can kind of unintentionally crave that stuff. It's the whole thing. I mean, we talked about it before. Like, it can be perceived as dull. The truth is, like, a lot of people would perceive a mature, functional, truly loving relationship as boring, because he's never bad. He'll never get mad at me. He's never, they see negative reaction as caring, which is bad. Hence, The Notebook. where she literally slapped the man in the
the
face,
face.
and then he runs and grabs her, and I'm like, this is assault on all different types of
this
levels.
is domestic violence.
This is ridiculous.
But that's love. That's love in Hollywood. Yeah. So if I don't get slapped, she don't love me, right, Justin? Is that what you're implying?
Or if you don't build a house from hand from an encounter when you were a teenager. That's obsessive compulsive behavior, by the way. All right, but that's how I feel about that thing.
All right. So no drama, no love. But okay, I do want to add on something too, where there needs to be. You don't want drama. You want to keep it playful and fun, and that's the one thing that we've always been talking about. Keep it playful, keep it fun, so that it becomes entertaining. It doesn't become dull. It doesn't become predictable.
Yeah, you don't want to be boring.
No, you don't want to be boring.
But
you don't want drama too. So you got to find that gray area and be like, how do I make this fun without domestic violence?
Yeah, but I see that's a problem right there.
That's the problem. Hi, Stephanie.
You have to find a gray area where it's like drama and not being boring are two separate different things. They're not even related.
They're not related.
A lot of people who falls into this whole Hollywood movie mindset think they're two in the same.
Yeah.
They think they're one in they think they're one in the same. They think that excitement equals drama and toxicity and all that crap. So
get that thing out of your mind. All right. So that's number one. You ready to move on for number two? What's up, Joseph? How you doing?
What's up, Joseph? Man, what's up, folks?
Number two. Point number two. Go ahead, Justin.
The perfect person will magically take interest because they see the real you inside. This is a crock of BS. This does not work.
Yep.
This is a lie. This teaches you to sit on your behind and wish and hope that the person you like will just magically notice that you're there. And that it will happen. I will give this, and you know what? As I poop on romantic comedy movies, I will give a shout out to the movie Hitch because they actually talk about this. It was a point in that movie. I don't even know why I remember this, man. I ain't seen that movie in
I love that
10
movie.
years or something.
Yeah.
But there was a point in that where he basically questions her. It was like, had he not done these actions, would you have noticed them? And she was like, I eventually met, and it was basically like a no.
No.
So, so I got, just to show I'm fair and balanced, I give credit where credit is due. But most of the time, it's the dude just sitting there or the girl, or whoever, and they're just sitting there in their own little world, pining away. And then magically the person of their dreams is like, oh, look at this person over here who's never said anything and dresses like they just read every Edgar Allan Poe poem made. You seem interesting. Let me talk to you. That kind of nonsense. We know that's BS. It doesn't work.
It allows people to be lazy. And it feeds on to this whole, I don't need to really change anything about myself to get noticed because I could just sit there at Starbucks and this magical, I don't know, this woman will walk by and notice me. It's like, no, you ain't got shit going on with your life. You need to do something. And then you might get lucky. But that's the reality. That's the reality.
But that's the thing. I'm not even going to blame the person on laziness. It's just they think that it'll happen, and we know it doesn't. It doesn't. If you at the club and you want to holler at somebody, if you just sit on the wall, there's a 98% chance no one's going to holler. No one at all, let alone the person you want to. So you got to get out there. You got to do what you do to, in a sense, make yourself be noticed, man.
Yeah.
Look at this. You've been ignoring somebody apparently.
I am.
I see these comments coming up. It's coming in full force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so far everything that we said, guys, how do you guys feel about it? How do you guys feel about the topic on Hollywood love? Have we convinced you yet? Have we not? But is there anything else that you wanna continue on with this? The perfect person will magically appear.
Nah.
No? You want to move on?
I mean, you know what? And once again, I'll give you another movie. Go ahead.
All right.
We can get
which leaves us to point number 3. Love at first sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
She's beautiful. Boom.
I'm not gonna say this is BS. I'm not gonna say that love at first sight is straight BS, but it is nowhere near as common as I think a lot of people believe because of like, you know, these movies. It's always like, oh, I saw her and everything in the room stopped. And, you know, time froze and I knew right then I would marry this woman. And it's like, get out of your head. That's nonsense. You know, don't buy into that. If you wait for that, if you're waiting for that feeling, you will go die alone.
Yeah, you're gonna
die alone. And it's gonna just because of something that really doesn't exist. So go ahead. I'm sorry, I've just been rambling on.
No. That's absolutely true. I think that's it's a very shallow approach. Not to say there's anything wrong. At first impression is really important, but also I also believe that the last impression is the most lasting impression. So that's something that to take into consideration as well, which is why I always try to leave on a better note.
Oh yeah, and like I said, I'm not saying that. Now, I actually will not sit here and act like there's no such thing as love at first sight. I don't, I do believe it happens with certain people. I really do. But like, just this overall, everyone is gonna fall in love at first sight. Nah, it don't happen like that. It don't happen like that.
And I feel like they use that term a lot to, what's that word I'm looking for? To kind of like reassure how they felt in the beginning, because it sounds like a perfect love story if you were to tell your friends, so how do you guys meet? Oh, she was sitting there at the at the coffee shop and I knew that I had to, it's like, it sounds great on paper, it just sounds amazing, but like, you don't know what the hell has been going on, right? So love at first sight, I feel like there's nothing wrong with it, although I feel like it could be a little bit shallow, where it's like you don't really know that person yet. So how do you really fall in love with that person if you don't even know them? Because I've seen
that's a great point, where it's really more than likely lust at first sight.
Yeah, it's lust. And don't get me wrong, that caught my attention and that gave me the interest, but it's not like, no, I've seen beautiful people with nasty personalities, and that is not love. That's not love. Like, I was like, I don't want to be a part of that, huh?
Yeah, we live in a world where, they seem to be running rampant. You look here on Instagram, you see these folks who are like, all looking the same and, quote unquote Instagram models or whatnot, but they're vapid, horrible people. The inside is rotten doo-doo.
And not to say that all of them are, but there are some people out there.
No. Of course, not all.
Yeah.
Not all.
All of them, yeah. You're get canceled extra quick. Audible, what's up? Let us know.
I've already been canceled. Yeah, Audible. I ain't forgot about them. I was just trying not to appear too desperate anymore, because I basically been begging.
Stoic?
I've been trying to be stoic. Like, if it happens, it happens. I want it to happen though. So Audible, hit me up. You know what? Yeah, hit us up, because you can, instead of watching these crappy movies, you can listen to an audio book and learn something with yourself. You know what I mean?
Oh, Julie.
So.
Julie.
So yeah, but we can move on if you're ready, or if you got one.
Yo, what's up, Vic? How you doing, man?
What's up, Vic, man?
What's up, Vic? All right, right. So the next one. This is point number 4.
Yeah, love in Hollywood is proven by ignoring rejection.
Yes,
this is true. This is every love story, every movie you see where the woman's like, no, I don't want you, or something like that, and the man just keeps pushing on. Once again, the main culprit, The Notebook, the horrible movie.
It's not horrible.
It's a horrible movie. Like I said, I will give it it's the greatest comedy ever written, and I'll tell you why, but later on. But yeah.
Why is it complicated? Why is it complicated, by the way?
Oh, what's complicated?
But go on. I didn't mean to cut you off just now. I'm just responding to some of the people that.
Please do.
Oh, Romeo and Juliet's horrible. Horrible.
Yeah.
It's probably
people forget they were 13-year-old kids, and this happened in like a 3-day period, and they all of a sudden like can't live without each other, and they kill themselves. I mean, it's a Shakespeare. It's Shakespeare. It's a classic story. It's a marvelous story. Don't get me wrong, but like, holding that to the standard of, oh my God, this is love. It's like, no, that's insanity. That's crazy.
And Julie, Mitchell ain't no Hollywood love. No, I'm not, because I used to, and that messed me up. You know what? Hollywood love got me? It got me single for a very long time. With game. Like, yeah, it's like, no, you just got to keep pushing. Perfect example is the topic that we're on right now, love in Hollywood, proven by ignoring rejection. It's like, no, I just got to keep pushing. I got to keep chasing.
Yeah, you got to keep pushing. And, the problem the problem with that is, that stalker behavior.
He's a stalker, yeah.
And it's creepy.
It's going to get me a restraining order.
If she tells me no and I'm constantly popping up like, hey, how you doing? You're still trying to go out. Oh, you should, didn't you have fun? It's like, yo, I told this dude no. The next thing you know, they're going to be calling the cops. You're going to get pepper sprayed in the face.
I know that she is just saying, I need to try harder.
Yeah, no. Sometimes,
no. Give it up. Just give up.
Pack your game up and keep going. You heard no, keep it moving. It's over. It's over.
We got solutions. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Well, that's the thing. There are, if you go that route, there are ways to, get around it and to play. But the problem with those is those ways are completely counterproductive to what those movies portray. Mm-hmm. The movie is like the dude's pining, showing up to a job, giving unsolicited stuff. And
yeah. So you can only. Julie said it right. Mitchell only dates you if you love Pokemon and shoes, trainers. Yeah. If you love Pokemon, that's number one. Mm-hmm.
So
yep. La La Land.
La La Land. You know what? This Ryan Gosling dude, I like him as an actor, but he is problematic in these love movies. That's also the Notebook.
A lot of girls like Ryan Gosling, so you better be careful.
I'm not knocking him. I think he's a really good actor. I love Blade Runner 2024, whichever one it was. Like, yeah, but
don't stain his name. They're gonna hate you.
But the Notebook, like that woman told him no several times. This fool will jump off Ferris wheels. He's running her down.
I'm gonna commit suicide.
Yeah, the dude is crazy. Mm-hmm. The dude is freaking crazy. I can't, I can't subscribe to it.
Not to that idea, but it's not his fault. He just had to play the role.
Yeah, so it's the writer's
fault. That's his job. Yeah, and the
writer's it's a popular movie. People love it. I hear a lot of ladies that's like, "Oh, I love The Notebook. It's my favorite movie. It's so romantic." It's like, no, the shit is crazy.
He's a stalker. Yeah, he's a stalker. You need to call 911 or 999, depending on where you live. But yeah.
So it's you don't ignore rejection. If a woman tells you no, no means no. If anyone tells you no, you don't keep sticking around.
What Here's a realistic example though, which is, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, Justin.
No, I was done, man. Go ahead.
Loving Hollywood, ignoring rejection. When she says no, just leave her alone. Just leave her alone. And if she wants to come back, great. If she doesn't, it's all good. She might change her mind later, but it has to be her idea, which is one of our other topics from way back. It has to be her idea, because when she, or it goes both ways too, but when she wants to reach out and talk to you, you're not going to get rejected. But if you keep pushing yourself and putting yourself onto her, chances are she's going to be like, you're annoying me right now. I don't want to talk to you. So yeah, let it be her idea, guys. Let it be her idea. Yep. That is number 4. I'm just marking it off.
Okay, yeah.
Does anyone else have anything to say before we move on? No means no, Mitchell. Yes. We're moving on. Giving large unrequested gifts as a way to make amends.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is the big, this is the big. Mm-hmm. What's up, man? This is the big gesture thing where, the woman says no, or he did something messed up. He forgot a birthday. Who knows? Whatever. Movies go. And then,
yes, Justin. I feel you.
Mm-hmm. And then to make it up, he like gets her a puppy in an SUV and has them flown in on like a hot air balloon or something. Something messed up nonsense. I'm roasting him until the day.
The day I given up.
That's hilarious.
I love the persistence. Yeah, go on.
And then the big grand gesture, and it's like, oh my God, he does love me. He got, that all that nonsense. Yeah, this is horrible. This is a horrible precedent to set. You know, anytime there's a disagreement or you're upset, you buy her a gift, she gets
She'd be
happy.
alright.
You
Yeah.
know, it'll fix all the problems. That's
Yeah.
it. First off, it doesn't fix any problems. You know,
What's up, Justin? Mr.
what's
Yang,
up,
what's
man?
good? Yeah.
And also the big thing to me, like I said before, is yeah, it sets this unhealthy precedent
hmm
that to buy forgiveness. You
Yeah.
know, and then they expect big gestures. Oh, if
hmm
I do believe like that whole kind of mindset and everything that kind of helps
hmm
lead into the like, if he doesn't buy me
hmm
this, then he doesn't really love me.
Yeah.
You know, if
hmm
or
Or you gotta
if
feed them. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
gotta feed, yeah, you gotta feed him. You do have to
hmm
feed him. Uh,
hmm Yeah.
but yeah,
Feed them what? You, well,
whoa. Hey,
girl. You know what to
hey,
feed them.
hey.
Yeah.
Um, this show is for the children. I'm gonna need you
Oh, is
to
that? I like food. Period. Food.
uh
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just it's a horrible trope. It's a horrible movie trope. I think it's a
It's a
you know
cheap
cheap
approach.
it's a cheap approach. It's a cheap
Mhm.
fix. You know.
It's not creative. It's like, all right, I know she likes this, so she's mad at me. So, for example, she loves roses because roses reminds her of her grandma, and she loved her grandma. So, like, I messed up. I screwed up. So let me just buy her some roses because I know it will make her happy. Like, no, she's gonna be like, you never put any thought to it. And then you know what happens? Resentment happens because after he's like, "What? You do like roses?" And is in his idea, it's like he tried. He tried.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You know that, and that, you know what? That's a great take on that. I didn't
Uh-huh.
even think about that. Yeah. If
hmm
as the dude, if you do this grand gesture, she's
Hi,
kind of like,
Marina. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. You gonna
hmm
be like, oh well, screw her. Like I
Yeah.
tried. I ain't ever
Yeah. I
trying
tried, man.
again. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's all bad.
hmm
It's all
hmm
it is all bad. And I hate that trope. It's a
Yeah.
cheap writing tactic. It's a cheap
Yeah.
fix. It's an easy way to
hmm
write yourself out of a problem.
I'm just I'm just gonna buy them everything every time I mess up now. That's it. It's gonna work, right, Justin? Marina, it's okay. We'll try not to curse.
I'll do my best. I will do my best.
No, no need for a man to feed you. I
I'll
told
tell
you
you what,
so.
if it starts getting real raw, I'll stop and be like, girl, you might want to turn the volume down or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
What's up,
You know,
real? How you doing?
what's up,
How
real?
you doing? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Um,
yeah,
yeah. But we have some some responses that I asked earlier yesterday. So we're gonna respond to that. But we're only on number what, 5?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, yep. That was number 5. So Hollywood Love. This is number 6. We got a few more.
Yeah. Pursuing someone who is currently in a relationship is romantic.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
this is terrible. This is
Don't do this shit.
you're a home
You're
wrecker.
you're a homewrecker.
You're a
Leave
home
them
wrecker,
alone.
men and women. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Is that what
yeah.
you want to be? If
It's
somebody's a
immoral.
relate, listen.
You're
If
a piece
somebody's
of
in,
shit. My bad. Oops, Marina.
I mean, you are, but
Yeah, yeah.
Marina, that was you, not me. So you say what you want to say.
This is
But yeah,
a teammate. This is a teamwork. So anything I say is us.
I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna remember that. And anything I say is, yeah, right? Okay, okay,
Yeah.
that's good to know. That's good to know. Um, yeah, I mean, come on, you pursue someone that's in a relationship, you're a piece of garbage. All right, and I don't love any of that rhetoric of like, oh, if you was doing her right, or if she was doing you right, I wouldn't be able to come in and take them anyway. No, no, no. It's
Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy because it sets a wrong tone too, right? Like if let's just say I knew she was in a relationship and I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna wreck that. And knowingly I don't care. Chances are she's gonna have the wrong idea of you later on down the line. She's gonna be like, well, he did that to me. What makes you think he won't do that to another person? Like
well,
just because they're in a
yeah, oh yeah,
relationship. Yeah.
yeah. I
hmm
mean, that's that long.
Yeah,
You
that's
really
that
talking
long
about the
haul.
long game right there.
Oh yeah,
But yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it's the whole. Well, if they did it
Yeah.
with me, or that's the thing. If you the dude in a relationship, and
hmm
she approaches you, and
hmm
you do a piece of trash move, and you
Yeah.
stray away, yeah, like, even if y'all two end up together, she at some point she gonna be like, well, he cheated on his ex with me.
Yeah.
How do I know he ain't gonna do that to me? You know, like it's a setup for terrible things. You're a terrible person. Like you just pursue it. But see, that's the thing, romantic. Like once again, I keep going back to this movie because the Notebook. Like this heifer was engaged, man. You know what I'm saying? She was engaged. He was about to be married to a rich man.
Yes. It's nothing romantic. Yeah. It's nothing romantic about it to break something. Like, you're lucky he didn't kill you, Mr. Ryan Gosling, in that movie.
I mean, he should have. I mean, that's Billy Zane. He was the Phantom. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude, was gangster with it. He got pistols and skulls, and she was up there. He rich, and then that's another thing I hate about that movie is his fiance's come and she's like that. He's like, well, you need to go and you need to figure this out. And I was like, man, if you don't grow a pair of balls and tell her to get get her trifling behind out of your out of your establishment. It's ridiculous. But let's see.
What did JR say? He said, go ahead.
Is it ever appropriate to pursue someone in their relationship is heading their relationship is headed downhill, toxic, or should it be after the relationship is ended? I say
it should be after, for sure.
It should be after the relationship is ended. And I would even go so far as to say well after the relationship is ended. Because if it's you don't want to be the rebound. You don't want to be the person she just goes to because she just got out of something, and it's not ready. And you want her to like have the time to like process and go through whatever it is she needs to go through to get her mind right, But even if it's toxic and if their relationship is ending, I say step away from that. You don't know this person, you don't know this dude. That's heightened emotions, man. The officers say like some of the most dangerous calls to respond to are like domestic disturbance, between couples. So like you don't know what's going on, so you don't want to be. You don't want to like insert yourself into any situation unclear, not knowing. You don't know where these mentals are.
What's up, Mark? What's up?
Oh, what's up, Mark, man?
What's up, Vivian? Yeah.
And then another big actually Mark he knows my feelings about that movie, The Notebook, so
okay.
And then another part too is like you don't want her to associate any of like that bad stuff with you. So if you're there with like in the end and you're kind of like
remove it.
Yeah, you don't want her to like come talking to you and then think about like that toxic stuff. So
yeah. And the reason, here's why too, because when I was growing up and I'm thinking about relationships should be like this, relationships should be like that, and a lot of it did come from Hollywood, and I didn't even think about that. So whatever I thought was right, and I've done things in the past that I'm not really proud of too. So when I say it should be after. When I was younger, I didn't always do the right thing. And that, to me, I was like, okay, now that I know the way I could understand it and perceive it, it is way better to just end it. At least you start out with a clean slate. You know what I mean? And there, we all learn. We all learn. So hopefully you guys take that into account, be accountable for the things that you've done in the past, and learn from it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We are at number 7. 7, guys. Are you ready? Hollywood Love, number 7, by Charisma on Command. What's up?
Suffering, dependence, self-sacrifice are all treated as indications of love. Yeah,
that's bullshit.
It's pretty much like the more crap you're willing to go through, the more you are, you love that person, which is very unhealthy, very toxic.
I'm willing to die for you. I'm willing to
I really do
outside in a cold.
I'm gonna get wrecked. I'm gonna stand outside and just snow and rain for hours until you to prove my love. You keep that stuff, man. That ain't.
What did JR say? Well, one thing says he said money in new relationships. So real. Let's talk about that for what do you mean by money in new relationships? Like, are you talking about like you buy love?
I think that's what he means.
Yeah, and then JR said,
JR said, I've come up with the idea that being a rebound or rebounding is appropriate during practice and warm-up sessions, like basketball. When it comes to game time, no one should be a victim and being a rebound. Well, yeah, you don't ever want to be a rebound relationship. I mean, once again, I agree with that. It's just your mindset. If you just like, hey, I want to have fun, this person coming out with something, y'all both understand, like, this isn't serious. I know she came out with something that is fun. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, if you're talking about wanting a serious relationship with that person, you need to wait that out. Pretty much, let them go.
I'm not rich to buy love. You don't need money to buy love. You don't buy love. You actually what you sell with your words. It's what you sell with your actions, right? Because at the end of the day, it's kind of like a transaction, even though we don't really see it as a transaction. There's no like currency being exchanged, but it's the time you give. And I think when you give time, there's nothing more. What's up, Sharon? How you doing? If you give someone your time, that should be the ultimate, because people don't value time. You have to value your time, but that's the one thing you can never get back.
Yeah.
So if you guys really think about it, give the time to the people that appreciates you the most, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with that. So someone that's gonna value your time and value you. And also you should be to a place where you wouldn't want somebody who would want you to suffer to prove that they love you. That's insanity, man. That's insanity. They want you sitting in a cold, dark room to prove that you upset that they missing. Like, that's sick. Yeah. That's narcissistic as hell.
Yeah, man. I love you, so I locked you in the basement.
Well, no, that's serial killer stuff.
Yeah, that is. And, I watch a lot of Netflix.
That's not what I was talking about or any part of this. Hey, you do what you do. What you do. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
What's up, Bad Mouth? How you doing?
What's up, Bad Mouth, man? All right, we can move on.
All right. Last one before we move on to some of the statements that other people have. What did Rio say? Of course, guys, feel free to ask questions too as well. Not all, but there are some.
Yeah, not all.
There's nothing wrong with that statement.
Not all. But definitely so. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
You gotta be careful with them out there. Number 8.
A romantic relationship is the de facto solution to the problems of life. Yeah. I mean, that pretty much sums up this whole thing, this whole show. So you came in at the right spot. But yeah, this is another issue I have that I hate. It's like all of a sudden they fall in love and life is okay, and it's like, no, these people are still fucked up. They're still horrible folks. Like it doesn't work like that. A movie that has that horrible is a movie I pooped on this whole thing, The Notebook. We see these people as old folks. We don't, but we see them as young, and like the horribleness that they put up with each other and put each other through to get to that point. And it's like, I don't think they don't look like they would have a good life together. They look like horrible, toxic people. I mean, he had to build this hell for a house. Which is crazy.
The place where they lost their virginity at. He's like, I'm gonna build a house here.
Yeah, that's sick. That's sick in the head, man.
Yeah, like what makes you think? Yeah, I'm like, what makes you think if I left you, you wouldn't hunt me down or kill? Yeah. Like you a serial killer.
Yeah, I built a house on the place we lost our virginity. Like that's crazy.
That's too much thought. That's too much thought. That's too much thought.
Listen, that's somebody who will skin you and wear your skin as a jacket so they can feel closer to you. That's who that
Massacre.
is.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. What did y'all say? Okay. Not everyone will have all the money in the world to spend, give, or take the best things anyone has they can spend. Give and take is time. Everyone has time. Yeah. Anyone who's willing to donate their time to you is like, that's serious. But yeah, man, it's no, but I'm serious with that. Like, that's some sick shit. But they act like, oh man, this is, they fell in love and they live happily ever after. I'm like, no, that's just an easy way to end the story. Yeah. The horrible movie, The Notebook, which I keep bringing up because it is a terrible movie. But I will explain why it's a simultaneously great comedy ever written. they do that horrible. We see these horrible people go through this life. Yeah. We see them make horrible decisions. Even in, I think, La La Land, which I never saw. But
my bad. I need to get a drink. Sorry, guys. Go ahead.
Hey, you get a drink.
Yeah.
And they allow you to. And then they just show these folks like, and then everything was okay. And it's like, well, what about the point where she smacked him in the face and he threatened to jump off the Ferris wheel?
Domestic violence up in the air.
He ruined her marriage. Like, he ruined her engagement. And she failed. Mm-hmm. So that just all worked out. Everyone was just fine and cool. Yeah, it don't work like that. Mm-mm. Although I will say, and I'm going to share with y'all now, like, the one part I did love about that movie. All right. The thing that was made that movie list the
greatest comedy ever,
cinematic comedy masterpiece. I'm assuming that most of y'all have seen or at least know of this horrible movie. But at one part, you realize that the old couple is the young couple, and she has Alzheimer's. What?
Press 1 if you watch The Notebook, guys. Press 1 if you watch The Notebook.
Let us know. And you realize, like, okay, he's been telling her this story of them. So she could remember them, and they can have this time together. They only have like 10 minutes. It's some nonsense, It's some romantic. Like, oh, isn't this lovely? He does this every day just so he can have 10 minutes with her, which whatever. But the part that's ridiculous. But hey, it's a movie. It's a movie. Okay, it's a movie. I like superhero movies. People fly. That's ridiculous. So let's be honest.
Thank you. Thank you.
But the part that made this hilarious is like after he tells her and then dancing.
Hold up. I got the clip, Justin. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, set it up. Put the clip up right now. Because I'll commentate out this whole thing.
It's about like a minute long. I'll cut it off, but
it's no sound, right?
There's no sound, but I don't play the sound.
No, we don't need the sound because I can tell you. Yeah, just play the clip. I'll tell you what's happening.
I do have the clip.
Do
it like a first 30 second. What sound? All right, you ready? All right, let's do this. Let's.
You know what we could do? Maybe we could get a car. We could go for a ride. We could get out of here and just go someplace. You want to?
I don't think so. Not tonight, darling.
Come on, why not? Why did you call me, darling? I don't know you. Am I supposed to know you? No!
Darling, I love you. Stay with me.
No.
Wait, here comes the beat. It's coming. It's coming up.
Don't come near me. Don't you come near me.
Look at the black people. Look at the black people running in to get us. Look at this crying. Oh shoot! I'm tearing up. I'm tearing up. It's the greatest ever. The part that you didn't show is like when they came in with the needle to put her down. And then he was crying on the bed, this like ugly old man cry. He was like, dude's crying is ugly anyway. But then you an old man cry, like that's just a dog.
Oh my God.
This is why this is so funny. All right. Cause I sat through that 2-hour dry, dumbass movie about all this stuff. And then in like a matter of like 30 to 45 seconds, it just like it just takes this turn of like, what the hell? Like she's screaming, going, this old man is crazy.
You were talking about the writer.
I'm sorry. Oh man!
The director wrote this 2 hours just so that he could put that scene in there.
Just so he could put that scene in there to like mess with people like me. It's a joke for people like me, you know. Oh my God! Yeah. It was like when the black people ran in, when the orderlies ran in, they like stabbed them.
I like how you're like, look at the black people coming.
Oh man! Oh God, man! Yeah, it's one of the best laughs I ever had.
Oh
Was
yeah,
watching that, watching that for the first time. I just, I was.
Oh man, that was good. That was good. Thanks for the laugh, Justin. I really appreciate it. I didn't see it.
No, don't thank me. Thank them. Like that was genius.
Oh my God, Eddie, yo, you missed it.
That was genius, man.
Oh my God.
Oh man, it was yeah. He did. They did all that just to set up that one scene of like these people just wilding out. Like I mean, we watched an old woman get stabbed.
Well, it wasn't in there. I took that out.
Yeah, but I'm talking about if you watch the movie. Oh man, genius.
You know what? I didn't. Yeah, you got to rewatch this post. It was basically what was talking about the Notebook and why Justin thought it was the greatest comedy ever. And when you said that to me, I didn't know what you were talking about. I took it a little on the fence. I was like, wait, what? Why would you say that? It's a good movie. It is a good movie, but when you put that into perspective, and I was like, okay, I know what you're talking about now. I know what you mean.
All this lovey crap, and they all like playing the music. All of a sudden, she's like, she's screaming.
Who are you?
In the back. And then the thing that killed me, I was like, they let these old people do this every night. So every night. These people are fucking sick, man.
I'm assuming that this happens every day. Every day.
At least twice a week, you know. So they just outside waiting with the needle, like they like, all right, he talking to us, it's coming. You know? Oh man. I'm sorry.
All right, guys.
All right, I'm sorry. I mean, y'all just watch me laughing all the time.
That was for us.
But that scene is funny to my soul, son. To my soul. Just old man crying. That shit is ugly. He just.
I'm gonna have to clip
that. in his high waisted pants. You know what I mean?
I gotta clip that. I have to clip that. That was too good.
Yeah, if y'all need a good laugh, just watch that last part. Watch that last part with the new eyes. It'll make your day, son. It'll make your day. It's amazing.
All right.
It's amazing.
All right.
Yeah. So that movie is pure crap. Unless you realize that joke. If you realize that joke, it is one of the greatest comedies ever written.
I think it's still a good movie because if you want a movie and you want to feel a certain way, you want to feel love, but take that love like a grain of salt. That's a perfect movie. It's a perfect movie. I didn't
feel love when I watched that movie. I felt disgusted. I felt upset that I was wasting my time watching this.
I disagree with that.
I felt hurt that like these folks of privilege was talking and crying about all that nonsense until that scene. When that scene happened, I was like, okay, you know what? That scene reaffirmed my belief in a higher power. Okay. Because I was like, oh, this is why I had to watch this movie. You know, this is why, because I should have seen this. And, you know, thank you for that joke. It was a great, like 2 hours of dry setup for that one joke. There was that build up towards the perfect setup. That was the build up.
That was a perfect setup, yeah.
And the genius of the joke was that 90% of the people would see it. It's like, oh, it's so romantic and sad. But he knew what he was doing when he wrote that scene. And he was like, that 10% is going to get what I'm really trying to do with this joke. Like, this, they go to see the funny. And I saw the funny there. So, you know, I saw the funny. All right.
So, Justin, you ready to go with some of the questions? Well, I didn't really ask a question. I just kind of asked, what do you think about love? And if it, let me read that question. Let's go to the first one. The question was, does Hollywood go against conventional wisdom of love? And I asked you guys, and I was curious of what you guys think. And this is what you said. I know Hollywood is BS now because of your podcast. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
That means the most to me, actually.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
That means the most.
And it goes to explain of what we just said for the last 50 minutes.
Mhm.
Mhm. So I'm not going to repeat all that, but let's go to number 2. I feel like love movies has changed through the years. I thought about it, and it has. It has changed because maybe back in like the 50s or 60s, now I might get canceled for this, but that men really acted like more masculine. They acted more masculine back then, and that's I want to quote Jordan Peterson, but I don't have his quote off the top of my head. But it's being competent. It's to be competent as a man.
I will say too, they was also slapping women in a lot of those movies. Too.
I don't agree. No, see, I don't agree with violence. Okay, I don't agree with violence. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah,
men acted more masculine back then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the third one, we could say it. I censored some of the letters, so Hollywood is like porn. It's fake. It's not real. I know. Laugh, guys. Hollywood is like porn.
I mean, yeah, it's just a different kind of masturbate. It's more. Honestly, it's way more like it's the love movies. Like they know the audience they're looking for. Usually, it's more of a feminine audience. I mean, look at like a 50 Shades of Grey. You know what I mean? Like
that's Julie's favorite movie.
That's a whole. That's a whole. Honestly, a lot of ladies' fantasies. You get the good-looking, ultra-rich guy who can come, who notices you for doing nothing. You're plain, you're ordinary, you don't stand out. He takes a liking to you. Which was one of the points. And he picks you up, and he decides he takes an interest in you, and then she's all like, "Oh my God, you're like,"
you up.
But then the real fantasy comes in is that like he's a little broken, so this man has everything together, but only you can fix that little bit. But it's fine. It is what it is. But hey, different strokes, different folks. I don't need to watch it. But yeah, it is what it is.
Okay.
It's
what
also
did JR say? Well, it's she upgraded. Julie said 365 days. Oh, that's a new movie. 365 days. Where
I know.
Have you watched it? It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix. Go check
is this some love movie?
It's like a 50 Shades.
Yeah, I ain't watching that. I'm sorry, that was disrespectful. All
right, let's watch. Let's go into what
I'm gonna read what JR said. I believe that Hollywood movies like this can be toxic for new people who are susceptible to infatuation. It may settle young lovers a false expectation for a perfect marriage. Still good. Yeah, I mean, once again,
perfect.
That's the thing. It's a movie. It's not meant to be taken seriously. I don't think Hollywood holds some responsibility to like accurately portray everything and all this stuff. But I do think that like it can.
Marina.
The problem is like it can plant that seed and it can grow into some like weird, unrealistic expectation of what love or a healthy relationship is.
Marina, to answer your question, was the black out between the P and the N? Porn.
Oh.
She don't have headphones, so yeah, I'm gonna say it again. It's porn. Okay. It's fake. Don't believe everything you see. That's what we're trying to say. Okay.
I gotta be honest. I'm actually pleasantly surprised with this. I almost expected like to have a little bit more push up on like how can you hate The Notebook? It's such a good movie. But I'm happy to see that people realize that movie's trash. And thank y'all.
Someone type it for me. Someone type it for her. I'm not gonna type it out.
K-drama love story, so dramatic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, well,
but needless to at the end of this, romantic comedies, romantic movies, what Hollywood portrays about love, what it tells us, especially the youth, especially the youth. It's fake. Don't listen to it.
Don't listen to it.
Don't subscribe to it. It is lies.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Korean drama is an illusion. Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, but I think
Oh,
with those at least
that's
that's like that's soap operas, like you know what I mean. Like
yeah,
at least
yeah,
with those, it's like so ridiculous or just so like
yeah,
cloudy
yeah.
that it's like okay, you could it's fantasy. Like anyone who buys it,
Mm-hmm.
is like
Mm-hmm.
you know ridiculous. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I just want people to be aware, especially like you know any
Mm-hmm.
younger ladies or anything like that. That
Yeah,
you know
like this is how
don't
you should
don't
treat
get
me
caught up
because
in
of
that
love.
fantasy. You know, that's
Mm-hmm.
like me watching, you know, the Rocky movies, expecting I can go and just start beating people up in the ring. If I step in the ring with a professional boxer,
You get fucked up.
I'm gonna get fucked up, man. I'm gonna get fucked up pretty bad
Yeah,
too.
all you have
You
to
know,
do is just run on snow, and then you'll be a lot better and punch like
yeah,
dead carcasses.
yeah. I mean, you know, I'll be fine. It's
Mm-hmm.
like no, it don't work like that. Or me thinking like
Yeah,
I'm John Wick and I
yeah.
can just shoot
Mm-hmm.
up 12 or 15 people with a handgun. It's like
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm gonna get killed, son. Like it's the
Yeah.
same idea. You know, you
Thanks
just
for
be
the
careful.
love, Eddie. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, thank
Mm-hmm.
you.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
Mm-hmm.
same thing. Just don't buy into the BS. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
as I say though, you know, yeah, watch the
I will.
Notebook, laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, the Rocky movies have better.
Rocky
Yeah, the
movie
Rocky
has
movies
better.
does
Yeah, it
have
does.
better
Yeah,
romance.
because he
You
leaves
know,
her alone. He leaves her alone. I was like, yo, this
actually
is
he
my
doesn't.
purpose.
He. Listen, in this day and age, Rocky was a little bit rapey with Adrian in the first movie,
Right.
a little bit. You know, a little bit in the very first movie. But, you know, they fell in love and got married. So it's okay. It was happily ever after, right?
Right, guys. Disney, right?
And he loved Adrienne. You know, he loved her. When she died, he didn't remarry. Rocky wasn't
Yeah.
outside trying to live off his fame to get some young piece. You know, he opened his restaurant. He trained Michael B. Jordan, and he was cool. So, you know, put respect on his name.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Did Creed 3 come out? No, not yet, right?
No, only 2. With my boy Ivan Drago,
okay.
we got to see how his wife broke him. Okay, we need to see. Ivan Drago was one of my favorites, man. Just roided out and raw as hell, and Kelly LeBrock broke that man, left him a shell of his former self. You know, yeah, that hurt to see. Okay, that hurt to see.
I like how you pointed out how Hitch was like one of that. Would you say it's like the first movie that it was popping, but it spoke a lot of truth, or it's like a movie that pops in your mind?
I think I'm gonna say that I will. Well, I will say this. I don't think it spoke like a lot of truth. I don't look to it like, oh, this is the movie that you know, this, that, and the other. Hold on. Yeah, Badmouth. For y'all that don't know, my boy Badmouth, man, this dude is a movie aficionado. This is how we really became like friends. Is like it was through work and like we connected on some movie stuff and we really started talking. It was eerie how much we have in common. But yeah, he's right. Love works better as a subplot because it's a component that colors the rest of your life. Yeah, exactly. It's not the main focus. And it shouldn't.
It shouldn't be the main focus. Yeah.
The Drago stuff was the best part in Creed 2. By far, they could have did a whole movie on Dragon. I would have been fine with that because it was amazing. But no, my thing with Hitch was that at least it like, at least it spoke to like more realism of the greater like truth. You know what I mean? Like he was like, I remember that part where he was like, you know, these are good, nice guys. They just needed help to get noticed. So he wasn't out like manipulating women. He was really
that was true.
And I'm like, yeah, that's very true. There's a lot of really great, nice dudes out there. They just don't know how to like get noticed or stand out enough that the woman that they like will notice them and like give them a shot. Because that's all Hitch was really doing. Is he was setting up situations to give them a shot. You know, so yeah.
Hitch was explaining our second point, which was what was our second point?
The perfect person will magically take interest because they see the real you inside. Which that's not true.
Like
we know
that. You got to work on yourself. You got to work.
And look,
yourself.
I used to believe that myself, man. Younger me, especially, man. You know, it's like, oh man, I really like this person.
We learned this all good.
But you know, if I just around and cool and good, God, they'll notice. And it's like, no, don't worry like that, man. You know,
Yeah.
You know,
So
you have
ladies
to
out there, lower your expectations. Love is not like Hollywood. Don't make.
I'm saying don't
I'm gonna call you.
don't lower your expectations. Okay, is he
Lower
breathing? Give him
your
a shot.
expectation. Yeah, like yeah. Like if he's not suffering, he don't love me. That's bullshit. Like no.
But yeah, no, Hitch was most
Mm-hmm.
definitely one of the first movies that at
It was
least addressed that
addressed it
aspect of it.
because you could be. There's nothing wrong with being nice. You just got to be confident
No, being nice,
on
yeah.
top of being nice, and that's the perfect match.
And the one thing I will
I
also
think
give that
it
movie
works so well
is
together.
that
Yeah.
he didn't outright change the person.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like a Steve
What's up,
Urkel
Alan? How you doing?
situation. What's up, Alan? It wasn't like a Steve Urkel situation where like he was a nerd and then Laura shitted on him, and then he had to like get cool in the cool machine, and then she loved him. I'm like, Laura's a piece of trash. She's a horrible person. Myra was fine anyway, so he, but yeah, it was like, he didn't change the dude. He was just like, this is what you need to do to make an impact to get her to notice you to this and the other. So yeah, I concede that for that movie most definitely. Yeah, The Notebook is trash though. The Vow, I don't remember that movie. No, I didn't see it. Isn't that where like the wife loses her memory and then he has to like remind her of who she is to help her fall in love with some crap? Didn't need to see it. It's trash. Let me guess how it ends. She gets her memory back and they live happily ever after. The end. The rest of all those movies.
Wasn't it like that with like 50 First Dates or something like that? Was it Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler? Yeah. At least they did it more in a comedy, right? But even that, it was like, it is what it is, they're going to get the girl.
Alan, we are doing good.
I'm doing great. I got a platform to voice my disgust with all these romantic comedies and Hollywood love stories. It's all trash. Yeah. Okay.
You should definitely watch. So I think the first 40 minutes, if you like, after we post this video up, Alan, you should definitely watch it. Why Justin thinks The Notebook is the greatest comedy ever.
It's an amazing comedy. Just for that build up.
And
the balls it took to set up that joke. Okay.
I do want to give a quick shout out to one Eddie. He's doing this thing. He's singing, and I can't wait to see him like blow up.
Yeah, I've been following. I follow, man. I saw your video. Dog, you are talented, dog. So do what you do. Don't forget it. Yeah. When you start doing your shows, I want the backstage passes. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't forget about your boys when you blow up, man.
And of course, Alan, he's doing this thing. He's working out. He's taking a whole lot of accountability.
Hard work, man.
Yeah, like that means more to me than anything else, for real.
Yeah, you put in that hard work. I see it, much respect, man. That's awesome, dog.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
Yeah.
Brian O'Connor, Brian Earl Spilner. That sounds like a serial killer name. I remember that from the first Fast and the Furious. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
We're gonna do another show after this, which is probably in the next hour at 3:00 Pacific time. We're just gonna talk about video games. It's an unofficial kind of show, but we're just gonna sit and talk about video games. So Real. I know you like video games, right? It seems like he likes Dragon Ball Z a lot and stuff. So come check us out later. But Justin, is there anything else you want to say?
Just thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all know why I think a lot of these romantic movies are trash and why y'all should think they're trash movies. There are a few funny ones. Most of them suck. Don't buy into that nonsense.
don't buy into the BS. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And tune in 5. Yeah. Like if y'all remember last week, we were talking and went on a tangent about games. So we just decided, like, you know what, we're gonna just talk about games. What we like, how we got to it. We were both like hardcore like gamers at one point. Yeah, just fun. I mean, fellas, come on in, ladies.
Yeah.
Ladies, you know what I'm saying? Come on if you want to insight into the kind of games your dudes like to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Marina says, finally, I get the sound. Just remember, if you take anything from this sound, just remember that all those movies are trash. The Notebook is trash. Okay? Don't buy into it. It's horrible.
Don't buy into it. Lower that expectation of love in Hollywood. Or just
don't buy into that nonsense.
Julie, I know you can't join, but yeah.
What game does Julie play? Does she play Animal Crossing or something? I could see her playing Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I could see that, but I don't think she plays that. She plays Fortnite. She's pretty bad at it.
Julie be murking folks. Huh? Also, Marina, you can fast forward. You can
she
rewatch
gets shot. Marina,
you can rewatch the stream and see why the funniest part of the movies ever made. It's
watch
hilarious.
this clip. Watch this clip. So just scroll and just watch that clip right there. Just watch it. Watch it. Go back to it. It's the
funniest. They let this happen every night.
Oh,
like that's dramatic.
At least
that's the worst facility ever. These old people just stab the hell.
Oh, she gets crazy.
Oh
God. Just watch him cry.
Yeah, the ugly cry is amazing. Oh man, he's like, why? No, I'm like, this happens every night. Why you crying now? Like you know this been happening. This ain't new. This ain't new. Why you doing this to yourself, man? Look at they taking it away.
Look at him cry.
Look at him cry. Look at him cry. And they would send the black people in to do that. You know what I'm saying? just.
Oh, that was great. That was great.
Oh man.
Oh.
So good. So good.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We do these
definitely.
Instagram Lives every Tuesdays. Thank you. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time. And of course, if you find this video content of value, please show your appreciation by donating any amount that you feel is equal to the value of this video. We do this for free. We want to give advice for you guys because as long as we could help just one of you, that means more than anything to us. So thank you very much for always coming in. Thank you. And we're just gonna keep doing this. Yes, I love Mitchell's laugh. My laugh. I hope that wasn't an insult. But thank you. So we're gonna end this. So in the next hour, we're gonna do a live on video games. Let's talk about some video games. So if you got some time, please come back in.
Yeah, get it in.
And all right.
All right, y'all take it easy,
Until
man.
next time. Julie. Yes.
Peace out, Julie girl.
Peace out.
Boba gang.
Boba gang.
All right.